said, a good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan next week. Hey, what's going on, Solarpreneurs? Today I'm going to be talking about the lessons I learned from completing 75 Hard for the second time. If you have not heard of 75 Hard, it is the program that Andy Frisella created. It's kind of like a mental, physical, just consistency challenge. So look it up if you have not heard of it, but we'll get into that and much more. Welcome to the podcast. My name's Taylor Armstrong. We're here to help you close more deals, generate more leads and referrals, and have a much better time in the solar industry. Before we get into the podcast, I have a massive announcement. I actually just found this out myself. Hopefully it's true. Should be true. But we have Tony Robbins himself coming to SolarCon. Absolutely incredible. Tickets are free. Saw this post from Jay Kess, who is the creator of SolarCon, so better be true. Better not be leading this on, but Tony Robbins, 3 hours, we're going to hear him speak at SolarCon. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, they're free. Go get your tickets. There's no excuses now. Free tickets. And we got the exclusive Solarpreneur link where if you have not heard yet, we're giving out some insane bonuses, including the opportunity to win a trip to San Diego to come network and hang with myself and the other top closers here, top dogs here in San Diego. So grab your tickets and you can qualify for those bonuses by either purchasing an upgraded ticket. I think it's $300 extra or so to get the VIP ticket, which includes food and some other cool things. Or you can simply get your hotel through the link and send us the confirmation code on that, which it's at a discount, so I don't know why you wouldn't get the hotels from the website. But go do that today. Send us proof of purchase. We're going to hook you up with some insane bonuses and hopefully see you here in San Diego hanging out with your boy. Okay, but let's get into the topic, and that is 75 Hard. Hey, I did this challenge, I think it was in 2020, I want to say, maybe just after COVID. Been 4 or 5 years. And the first time got some great results, but I had been hesitant to do it again, mostly because, as many of you have seen, I've been training a lot of jiu-jitsu. I still like to go to the gym. And the thing about 75 Hard is you have to do an outdoor workout. So I was always like, man, I don't want to do it because jiu-jitsu, that's indoors. The gym is indoors. It's just going to be a hassle. I'm going to have to quit going to the gym, or I'm going to have to quit training jiu-jitsu to complete this challenge. So I was hesitant, but then we had someone on our team out here that was like, hey, I'm doing this. Let's get a group together. Let's all do it together. And so he sold me that I'm an easy sell, as you can probably tell. So decided to do it with our team, support the team. And that leads us into the first point. About, I would say, halfway into it, we started seeing people drop. A few people dropped after the first couple weeks. But then halfway point, that's when really a lot of people started dropping. And by, I think it was by day 45 or so, we'd had everyone drop out, except for myself and one other person. So kind of sad. Hey, shout out to my guy Logan, if you're listening to this. Me and him, we're the only ones that actually finished the challenge. We had about 15 people on our team do the challenge. So a little sad, but hey, happens. I'm sure they'll run it back up and complete it. But the first point is, I think what happened is some people, they had made the diet really strict and just made things a little tough on themselves to where it just wasn't sustainable for them. So I think personally, I made the diet a little less challenging. My diet was just like cutting out fried foods and desserts. That was my thing for 75 days. And I felt like that was sustainable. Wasn't too hard for me. So that's one of the lessons I learned, and one of the reasons I saw so many people drop out is if you set a really tough goal and you make it hard on yourself, like you got to be realistic with yourself, especially with 75 hard. Are you going to do this for 75 days straight? Some guys, they were cutting out like 0 added sugar, this staying under this amount of calories, things that were just pretty difficult, especially if they hadn't been doing them up to that point. And it was a little tough on guys. So, just a principle, if you are starting a challenge like this or whatever goal you are trying, if it's a goal like that where you're trying to be consistent, can you show up? Can you commit to showing up and doing the thing? And I read a quote, actually heard this from my guy, Mike Brand, at one of our trainings the other day. He said, a good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan next week. That's from General George S. Patton, a U.S. Army general during World War II. So as you are out there selling or in your life, remember that it's better to execute a plan now than to think of a perfect plan next week. And that's what I see top producers do. That's what I see top people do. They might not have the best thing, they might not have the best ideas necessarily, but they're executing. They're doing the thing right now. They're not waiting. And, that's a principle that's can also be applied in 75 hard. Okay, and so another lesson I learned, and I guess going along with the first point of being sustainable, setting something that's sustainable, is I actually did the exact same diet as I did the first go around at 75 hard. And I found myself that even though I was not eating desserts, I wasn't eating French fries, chicken nuggets, none of that garbage, I was compensating with other, I guess you could say, not so great foods. For example, like pizzas, I wasn't like limiting calories. I just cut out those two things. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm not eating fried foods. I'm not eating McDonald's French fries. So you know what? I'm going to overcompensate. I'm going to go eat half this pizza. And didn't eat half a pizza, but I would have little, I guess you'd call it cheating here and there, because technically it was within my diet, right? Even though it wasn't a great food. So this was a mistake I made where I think I should have been stricter with the diet, and I should have probably like limited, foods that weren't so great, even though they technically fell within that. I sold myself short. And how many times are you selling yourself short on things you're trying to achieve? Another example of that is our team. Sometimes we do little sales challenges. Whoever can go out and grab a bill, book an appointment with a bill, or things that we'll challenge ourselves for the week, whether it's book an appointment, getting sales. And I know I've seen with some reps, and even myself, I've done it, where they hit the one thing in the challenge. It's like, sweet, that's it, we're going home. But alternative is you can be the person that's like, hey, I hit the thing in the challenge, I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to keep going more than I thought. And, I found myself doing that with 75 hard, I kind of got in the habit of doing, I guess you could say, the bare minimum when it came to the diet. Because I fell within the rule set, but I wasn't taking it to the next level where I could have got much better results. Okay, so apply that in your sales, apply that in your business. Don't be the guy that's just doing the bare minimum. Be the guy that's doing one more. Okay, maybe your office, maybe you knock till 7 o'clock. Can you be the guy that knocks till 7:15, 7:30, doing 5 more doors after dark? And those are the top reps. Okay, those are the people that accomplish big things. Okay, and then the other two lessons I learned, these were things that I think I learned the first go around too, but just kind of was reminded of. And that is the power of consistency, even when you don't want to do something, right? So many times I would get home on the weekends, I would be out late in appointments, getting people hooked up with solar, and I would still have an outdoor workout to do. So I would have to go out, take one step, and go on my little jog. Sometimes I did a brisk walk. okay, which is another thing probably should have been doing. A little bit tougher cardio, a little bit tougher workouts at times, because on the days where I didn't feel like it, I would just go on the walks. But the good part of that is, as Michael O'Donnell actually talks about this, is he calls it his mini habits. I think there's a book called that, Mini Habits. But if you can be the guy that just shows up and does the one thing, then chances are you're going to do much more than you set out to do. And Michael O'Donnell, he talks about just doing the 10 push-ups or being the guy that shows up to the gym. Even if you have no plan of doing a workout, if you show up to the gym, you're probably going to end up doing something. So I think this is a good principle. If you're knocking doors, if you're making sales calls, if you're getting in appointments, even if you don't want to do the thing, be that person that just shows up, take one step. And if that's all you can do, great. You still achieved it, but there's a good chance that you're going to do more than the minimum thing that you set out to achieve. And that's a principle I was reminded of, just being consistent, doing the one thing, the outdoor workout, even though last thing I wanted to do is go out at 10 o'clock at night and walk around, jog around. I showed up, I did the thing, and a lot of times I ended up doing more than I anticipated doing. Hey, and then last but not least, something that was different this time about 75 Hard is we did this as a community. Most of the community ended up failing, which was sad, but I did realize as we were doing this as a community, it was much easier to hold each other accountable. We had a group chat going. We would send out when we finished workouts. We'd send the screenshots when we were doing gym workouts, when we were outside doing our outdoor workouts. And it was easier to just keep going on the challenge. Even when people were failing the challenge, I still felt like, man, I don't want to be the guy that fails. I'm still in this group chat. I want to be the guy that follows through, that goes clear till the end, and I want to show these suckers up that didn't finish. So I was sending them pictures still. Hey, hopefully making them feel bad. Right? Sending the pictures of me being outside doing a workout at 10, 11 o'clock at night. And it felt good to just be one of the few that finished it. But the first time going around, it was just my wife and I that did it. And that was great. We held each other accountable. And that's another cool thing. If you do it with spouse, significant other, then you will spend much more time with each other. So that's kind of a side benefit. If you want to spend more time with your loved ones, get them doing 75 Hard too, doing some workouts with you. But if you want to achieve maximum results, and if you want to have the best shot at achieving something, do it as a group. There's so much power in community. There's so much power in doing things together, having an accountability group. And that's why, especially in solar, we need to work as teams. Okay? I've never seen someone that's just a lone wolf out there knocking doors, out there in solar. I've never seen them really have a massive amount of success. I'm sure there's someone out there that'll hear this, they'll prove me wrong, but in general, people that are successful in sales, in solar, they're working as a community. And if you are a lone wolf out there, create your own community, get people in with you, because the more you lead others, the better you're going to do, right? The more you have people looking up to you, people that you need to lead from the front. I know from experience, I always perform much better. So power of community, that's a lesson learned, helped me tremendously in 75 Hard, and it will help you in your solar cells. So just to recap, number one, don't make things insanely hard. Set sustainable goals. If you're setting out to do something, don't be the guy that says, oh, I'm going to get 12 cells this week, and you go out and sprint this week, but then you take the rest of the month off, right? Be consistent. Don't, especially if you're doing 75 Hard or something for the second time, maybe make it a little bit harder. Don't be like me. And power of consistency, show up even when you don't want to. And power of community, create your community in solar and in your life for whatever you want to accomplish. If you do these things, you will have much more success, I promise. Okay, so hopefully a few of these lessons help you in your solar journey. If you want to try 75 yourself, hit me up. I'd be happy to share more of my experience. But I think it's a great thing to do with your team. Just don't let it distract too much from knocking doors. You still got to produce. And next episode, we're going to be having some a powerful guest on. Make sure you tune in. He's actually someone that I run my team here with. So tune into next episode. And thanks for listening to the podcast today. We'll see you at SolarCon. Grab your tickets today.